Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unapologetically Stupid, the stupidest podcast on the internet, and we couldn't care less. I am your host, Jeff, and with me as always, I have the sensational Nicholas Shin.
What's up, guys?
Before we get started, make sure to go over all our social medias, like and follow all of our posts. It's a good time over there, at Squirrely TV on all social medias.
Heidi ho.
It's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that, but you know.
Yeah.
This whole bulk episode thing is great.
Yeah, it is. Like, I've not sat here in what feels like 2 months, but it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's also kind of sad because that tells you how shitty shit's been.
Yeah, no.
Shitty shit.
Since we recorded, so much has happened in my life.
Yeah, it has.
So, I don't want to talk too much about the birthday trip because that's a whole vlog.
Oh, yeah.
But the birthday trip, it was fun. Surprised. Yo, if you guys...
He went to Branson. I was right.
If you guys stay tuned on subscribe to the channel, you'll see where I went. It was a good time.
Branson.
But I can say...
Missouri.
I can say a little spoiler. I fucked up my leg.
Yeah, you did.
Long story short...
Go a little bit farther just to hook him. Where'd you do it?
I did it at a certain stadium.
Like just walking around the stadium?
No, since I was at a stadium, in a football stadium, I thought, you know what? Let me do a 40-yard dash. And it didn't end well.
What part of this is my 30th birthday trip?
Well, at this point, I was 29 still. I thought I had my youth. Like the whole last... What?
You thought that 4 minutes of youth was going to protect your ligaments?
Honestly, I still think if I stretched before and had the proper footwear, I could have got a sub.
Yeah.
I could have got at least a 4.9, 5.1.
You can't use the whole you were barefoot thing as an excuse because your toenails dig into the turf.
No, that wasn't most. It was mostly the stretching because you're right. I had a nice grip.
Yeah.
Well, I had my Velociraptor claw.
You got your petty.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't.
You went on a vacation without a little Oriental?
Paige let it slip. That wasn't going. There was no beach. Pretty good impersonation.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was. I don't actually also have not gotten X-rayed or anything. So I played basketball for the first time on Tuesday.
How'd that
go? I instantly regretted it.
Yep.
And it was my slow group, not my slow group. I don't want to say if they're not gonna listen. It's my church group. So like, it's not like a serious like. It's a bunch of old guys, just getting active.
Doing it to have fun. Stay active, have fun.
So I thought it'd be a perfect time to test my leg. As soon as I caught the ball, I saw an open court. Nope. My first, I couldn't even hit first gear. I couldn't even hit first gear. And then this guy was just showing me up, going right by me to the hole on defense. I'm just like, this isn't me.
That's when you start tripping.
Yeah, no. But luckily, I have my for my elbow for my golf. It's for me, but my elbow therapy tomorrow. I'm gonna say, hey, while I'm here,
is it insurance?
Yeah. It's getting cut, hopefully.
They're probably not going to work on anything other than what they're supposed to. That's where insurance fucks you.
Well,
it's like when you go to the doctor for a follow-up on something, and you go, and you're like, hey, since I'm here, can you look at my asshole? No, we're here for your big toe. We can't look at your asshole.
That's why you just call it a physical. I'm thinking this do anything. Yeah. That's why I take all my needs to when I have my physical, though.
Yeah.
Which is once.
You sit down and go, sit down, Snooky.
Yeah.
Pull out the notepad and just flip.
Here's what's. Oh my God, just throbbed. Oh no, this leg is bag, dude.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. My hands are failing me.
What do you mean your hands are failing?
Like when I'm working on stuff, like I just get excruciating pain in them.
Like your wrist?
In my wrist, my hand. Yeah.
Dude, you gotta get that checked out.
My back, my knee.
When was the last time you had a physical? It was recent.
Last year.
Yeah, it was last year. I remember it was last year. You gonna go this year?
Physical ain't gonna fucking help any of
No,
this.
you take it to your doctor and they help you.
Yeah. Okay. I talked about it issues like you got to get a sleep test. You're fat.
What issue was it?
I never went for the sleep test. Well, in my defense, the fucking place, they said we'll reach out to you within 2 weeks.
Never did.
Never reached out. So I called in like 3 weeks later, and then they're like, "Well, oh no, I went for my follow up for the blood work and everything because I go back. I want him to tell me everything." I don't want to look at the my chart thing and be like, your hypogaca is like perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to know what that hypogaca is.
Usually when I have my doctor, she's like, this is what you need to look at. This is crazy. You need to fix this. That's what she basically said. Everything else good? This, fix it.
No, I swear every time I go to the doctor, he's like, man, he says it like this. He goes, I don't know how, but you're healthy.
But he wanted you to take a sleep test?
And I look at him like, motherfucker.
At least your doctor didn't push Ozempic on you.
No. No, well, yeah, he did.
Wait,
it wasn't Ozempic, though.
Zepbound. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Or Majoran or whatever the
He's
other
like,
one?
you should take this. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Damn. They just see us and they think, look at those hefty motherfuckers.
Well, this motherfucker is one of the Pacers doctors.
Whoa, how'd you swing that? Is he community network?
No.
Private practice?
I forget who he's in. He's in Greenwood. I drive all the way to the south side.
Damn, you drive all the way to the south side? Damn.
Yeah. Well, when you only go to the doctor like 2-3 times a year, it doesn't matter.
That's fair. I mean, when I was on the west side.
Well, my dad goes there, and he goes once a week.
Once a week to the doctor?
Yeah. Or every 2 weeks.
Physical therapy?
I don't know what it is. We don't talk like that.
Fair enough.
He had to wear a heart monitor.
I remember you telling me that was last year.
While I was on the road. No, I was gone. And Josh and I were on the phone, and he told me, he said something, and he said something about it. And I'm like, huh?
What, heart monitor? What?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Who?
What? What?
You?
What? Huh? And he's like, yeah, I never heard the results. So I was home like a couple weeks later, and I was helping Dad out in the yard with something. And he said something about like, oh, man, I'm just tired. And I'm like, well, what'd your heart thing say? and he looked up at me. I'm like, gotcha. But
damn,
it's just downfalls of getting old.
Yeah, no,
and we're only halfway there.
Honestly, and like I did some physical activity. I went drinking.
Yeah.
And then woke up, wasn't that hungover. Because I learned in my time, I've learned to drink water and all that stuff.
I've been thinking.
What you been thinking about?
I might be a hypocrite or
hypochondriac.
No, I might be a hypocrite. I think that's what I'm going for.
You can be a hypocrite. You can be both.
You know how I always say, or for years I've been saying, I don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
But when I drink a lot.
Yeah.
I think I drink the same amount all the time.
Break that down for me. What?
So it's either like nothing.
Yeah. Or everything.
Yeah.
It's either, hey, I'm in 2 weeks sober, we're fine. Or it's like, hey, it's Saturday, I'm going to kill a 30 rack.
I don't go that far anymore. I don't have the energy. Dude, I really don't. I get 6 to 8 beers in me. Like if I go out to dinner, drink 6 or 8 beers.
Yeah.
Which that's probably not a good thing to say. Well, if I go out to dinner and have like 2 or 3 beers,
there we go.
I'm tired.
Yeah. No, I was drinking liquor on this trip because me and my family like liquor. They don't like beer. So I was and one of these things was like a certain cocktail. If I say it, it's gonna give away the location. But we basically went bar hopping.
Yeah.
My whole family did, and I was just like this. I'm like I didn't want to say it because I'm the youngest clearly, and I was just like hit 8 o'clock. I'm like I'm tired. I want to go home. Plus other situation stuff was happening that made me mentally tired. So I was just like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ,
I'm gonna find you.
Inside joke for those people who don't know. Everyone, because I haven't told anybody else.
I wouldn't.
Hey, Howard, I haven't talked to you since the whole fucking hurricane.
Tornado?
Yeah. Where were you at? Did I tell you about where I was?
In the thing?
Yeah.
Well, I was in my garage when it was less than a mile from my house.
That's why I was like, oh shit, like, because the trajectory was going towards past Fishers.
Yeah, dude, it ran out of Carmel, South Noblesville. No, okay. I was too busy working in the garage. Like every once in a while, I look over to my right a little bit, and the rain is literally spinning in circles before it hits the ground, and I went, huh.
You didn't hear the sirens going off?
Oh, the sirens were going off for damn near an hour. I'm like, this is fucking. I can't hear my music. And, in white people fashion.
That makes me so angry.
I look over at the neighbor across there in their garage.
Just watching it?
And, of course, they look to the west. So
yeah.
That's where it was coming. It was going west to east.
Yeah.
And so I figured if they fucking run or whatever.
That's when you run?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. No,
I mean, what else am I going to do? I live in a slab home.
Go to inner working. So you would go to your...
I'd go to a bathroom.
Yeah, you go to your dad's bathroom. Right?
Well, that's still an outer wall.
Is it? I guess you would go to your...
Literally, the center of my house is completely open. The most inner confined area would be the laundry room.
You're right. Because even that far... And the hallway bathroom, it sits on the...
Everything's on the outside because the whole center of my house is open.
That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, so I guess I'd go in the laundry room because my laundry room... Fuck that. If I'm going to die, I don't want to die with people I don't hate or talk to or whatever.
That's fair.
But, now that I think about it, Joel wasn't out the black guy across the street.
Yeah.
That grew up with my dad.
Probably because
they never met each other until they lived across the street 40 years later.
That's funny. Small world. But no, that's probably because he's a smart man and listened to the sirens and went to the inner workings of his basement.
Well, he retired from a medical company early and decided he wanted to give back. So he's a first grade teacher now. So he heavily drinks every evening. So he's probably asleep already. Yeah. He's probably asleep already.
For those of
because fuck them kids.
For those of you who don't know, it's like prime tornado season. Like the air and
it's rained like 12 inches in the last 7 days.
Yeah, I've been getting flash flood warnings on my phone for the last 2 weeks. But was it 2 weeks ago or last week? We had this huge storm come in, and so it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was.
Because I remember so we have a place called Flicks that has $5 movies on Wednesdays, and so you didn't want to do the podcast. I don't know if I couldn't do the podcast. We couldn't record, so I had to open Wednesday, and I said, "Hey, Paige, we're not recording."
I think
tonight.
It was me.
Were you having a concert or something? No, it was last night.
Yeah, that was last night.
I don't know why, but we just didn't record last week. So I was like, okay, open.
Oh, it's because you just got back.
Oh, was it really the day after I got back?
Well, Monday,
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, yeah. And so I just said, hey, let's have an impromptu date night. And I was just like, so we went to dinner.
Teach you to do that ever again. Stick to your schedule. You know better.
So we had dinner and we went to the Flicks for $5. And then and during the movie, it's we're watching this movie and it
you
goes
think anybody ever in there gets their bean flicked?
What, in the movie theater?
At Flicks. I'm gonna go to Flicks and flick a bean.
Oh, guaranteed. It's in Carmel. The horny little bastards.
Yeah.
But no. Movie stopper. The movie glitched, so we could hear the audio, but we couldn't see the movie for 10 minutes. So we were like, what the fuck? And then it finally glitched back, all the lights flickered and the movie came back on. So I'm like, babe, check your phone. Check your fucking, because I knew going in.
Did you scurry home all the way from Carmel?
Here's the thing. So I didn't have my phone because I didn't bring it into the theater. So I made Paige we had one of us has to have a phone because it's I'm getting thunderstorm. It said severe thunderstorm warning all day. So I said, check your phone. Her phone was just severe thunderstorm warning. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. That I'm not freaking out about. No,
it's not.
No. Sorry, it said tornado watch. It said tornado watch on her phone. I'm just upgraded, but we're still cool. We're still good. Okay, so I'm we sit there. So then we wait after the movie theater because the guy was like, hey, try to my manager might see you, for the convenience of not watching 10 minutes of the film and at the climax. It was literally the climax of the movie, and then it just went black, and we just heard it. So we got 2 movie vouchers.
Hell yeah! And
then I was just
when it's storming, that's a perfect time to go
to
the movies or go to a restaurant because if the power goes out,
you're can I get this meal comps real quick, buddy? It's not and she was like, it's not my fault. I don't give a fuck. She was like, the storms. She said the storm's getting real bad.
You gonna pull your pants down and I'm gonna swipe my credit card in your ass cheeks? How are we gonna do this if the power's out?
That's
and you're not writing my fucking information down.
That's fair because you can. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
for a restaurant.
That and I love asses. So any chance I get to fucking,
Well, mostly the shit's battery power, those little things they have walking around. It's not plugged into anything.
But if the power's out, the internet's down. There's no.
You can probably back it up. It probably goes to the cloud or some shit. I don't know how it works. I've never been a waiter.
If the power's out, the cloud's out.
But the battery, you can still charge the thing.
Because your thing has to be connected to a device to reach the cloud.
Think about it.
I had no internet at work for 4 fucking days.
But think about it. If the internet if the power went out right now, internet's out on my phone, I can still get banking information.
That's because you're not on the internet.
How do we know those things are on the internet? They could be working on a network. We don't know.
No,
must have ever been a waiter.
No,
we got to our waiter friends.
My dad sets up fucking businesses.
I'm gonna ask somebody because
ask him tonight.
I will. That's a good thing. But anyways, long story short, we leave and then we're driving. We're driving down whatever highway, Keystone,
Branson Boulevard,
and it's I can't see a fucking thing because the rain's coming down. And as soon as we left the theater. We get on for it, Keystone, we're coming off that thing. I just get, my phone's going the fuck off. And I look at it, it says, I got fun from Citizens app, from the Weather Channel app, from the iPhone app, every single fucking app saying, get the fuck off the road. It's a tornado right now. And the next thing you know, I hear sirens. And I'm just, This is literally my worst nightmare come true because I have a deathly.
The thing is though, you got to remember, just because the sirens go off, that doesn't mean it's near you. It's in the county.
Nick.
I know. I've known you a really long time. I've weathered storm with you.
I think this is the third time in my life where I got caught in an actual warning. The first time triggered my whole entire phobia for this, and I think the one time was like back at our old house. But and then it passed over. Like we had to go to the basement. Everything else has always been a watch.
See, it really doesn't faze me. Really, like I like to be weather aware.
Yeah, but also
so that's why I go outside in a way. I'm still covered, but if you're in the house, just looking at your phone.
And also here's the thing. It's in the county. Yeah, we don't know where in the fucking county. And
yeah, you do.
How am I supposed to know? They don't know on the phone alerts. I don't have a radar. I don't have the app that you have that shows.
Well, goddamn,
clouds.
Download it.
Doesn't it cost money?
No.
I have the Weather Channel app, and they have a radar. And it happened just right then.
Don't you follow the storm chaser of Hamilton County?
No, I don't live in Hamilton or Hancock. I live in Marion. That's another thing.
Dude,
I'm driving home.
I could literally walk.
I
could walk out, and I could spit on the Hancock County, and I could piss on the Hamilton County.
Yeah, Hamilton's a little.
I could pee real far, man, like we used to do in school, where we'd stand against the wall and pee in the urinals.
Jesus, that's
15 feet.
I'd be fucking impressed.
15 feet. I couldn't do it now. My pee holes wore.
War?
Yeah, it's kind of like
WORE.
Yeah, like wore out.
Oh, I thought you meant like AR. Like
no.
That's why I thought I was like I had to think something first.
It's like anything you get older. Shit, like if you think about it, your asshole, it's a muscle.
It's a sphincter. The anal sphincter.
Yeah.
Part of your
and
asshole.
So the older you get, muscles get weaker.
That's why when people fart, they might piss a little bit or something. Your penis is a muscle too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If I ever shit when I laugh or fart, put me down.
Matt and I did that accident. Well, we didn't shit.
Sorry, what?
We didn't shit. So it was a couple weeks ago. I got to tell you what happened to Matt.
Is this a podcast thing or is this a personal, private, off the air thing?
Let's just air it out, baby. But I bought a new grip for my putter.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, all right, we'll just go home, cut the old one off, tape it, put the new one on. Well, come to find out, my shaft is too wide for the hole of this grip. And that's something I couldn't have known until, I got it off.
Gotcha.
And so my putter has no grip on it right now. And Matt's like, you could still use it. Like we shoved the old one back on. I was like, no. No.
What's wrong? Why not get the old one back?
Because you have to cut it off. So it's literally cut.
Oh, my grip, they just slid back. Oh, actually, I didn't know. I gave it to him and I left it for like 5 minutes and he put it on. I just assumed he just popped it on. You said you have to cut off the old one?
You have to cut off the old one. You have to clean the shaft. You have to apply new tape to it. And there's a solvent. And then you should just shove the new one on, line it up, and go.
Why don't you just get another one that just fit?
I haven't gotten there yet,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
sorry.
I haven't. You fucking. But so we're trying to get this on, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's the tightest hole any of us have ever been in. And we're like, it ain't going any farther. I thought it was. We were taking turns shoving it on, whatever. I'm like, if we can just get it on and then twist it to line it up, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
No. So it come to getting it off. Couldn't get it off. I didn't want to cut it because it's a brand new grip.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting it discounted through some points, thanks to Matt, whatever. So I'm like, I don't want to ruin this grip.
Yeah.
So our wise asses, we sit down on my living room floor. We're feet to feet. He's got one end of the putter. I got one end of the putter.
Jesus Christ.
And we go to pull as hard as we can. And that first pull, we both fart at the same time, let go, fling backwards. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I'm so happy the cameras are only on the outside of the house. Because that was a low moment.
You're getting old when
you like I told you, your asshole gets weak.
How do we get on
I don't know. But
Jesus Christ, Matt.
So the thing about Matt, we went to see Brooks and Dunn the other week, and we get out of there at like 10-ish, 10:30-ish, whatever.
It's not bad.
And we get home. I get in my car. I go home. The next morning, Matt texts me, And note that when we parted ways, he's like, I'm going to go in and eat some nuggies, and I'm going to go lay down. And I'm like, cool. I'm going to go eat and lay down, too.
Yeah.
He texted me like 9 o'clock the next morning. I know it's an emergency because the motherfucker's never up that early.
Fair.
But I read the text. He goes, woke up missing half a tooth. And I'm like, huh? What? And he sent me a picture. One of his bottom teeth here, the whole front of it's just missing. And I'm like,
this is after Brooks and Dunn?
Yeah, I'm like,
you guys drinking like that?
Well, I had 2 beers. I think he had 2 beers, and this is what I'm going through because my brain's so shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we get fucked up last night? No. And then I'm like, we took his 92-year-old grandpa to the concert with us. And
oh yeah, I forgot about that. I got Snapchats too.
Yeah, so
missing half of his bottom tooth.
Yeah, the rest of it broke off the other day, so he's got to get a whole new crown.
Oh, so it was like me at John's bachelor party.
I guess
kind of situation?
It was a crown tooth to begin with, and I just.
Oh, so okay, it was already a fake tooth. Yeah. That kind of just got loosened up and.
But good old how everything is, they can't get him in until like May 1st.
Is he going to Martin?
No.
Oh, that's probably why. Martin Dentistry, check them out.
Don't fucking advertise for them. They don't do nothing for us. We pay.
That's fair. But
I pay my shit a year in advance just to get a fraction of a discount.
But they touch you real good.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. I meant like the touch. Like that's only. I'm not that scared of dentists
I'm
anymore.
dead serious. I only let one person work in my mouth.
Becky?
Yeah.
With an eye?
Yeah. Because
I don't even know who works on me anymore.
I've had 2 others.
Shout out Becky with an eye.
And one was like fucking rough as fuck. And the other one was just a bitch. She doesn't work there anymore. But Becky, she's good.
I've only had Connie, and when she retired, I don't know who she is. And I stopped seeing the chick, the woman, Martin.
What, the owner?
Yeah, now I see the man, Martin.
You probably go in on different days.
Oh, maybe that's
different days of the week.
The last 2 times I've gone has been the man, Martin, and not the woman, Martin.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, and I was just like, you're cool and all, but like, where's your wife? I don't like men touching me. Especially my mouth. That's very personal for me. Just open like when a man says open your mouth and just starts digging in there, I'm like, I don't like that. Personally. No offense to him.
don't like men digging in a whole lot of things.
That's why I have a woman doctor.
Yeah.
I will have a woman. If this this physical therapist, I hope it's a woman. If it's a man, I'm gonna ask not to be touched by him.
That's not how insurance
It's not
works.
because now this is it will be an eye there. I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to have them. I just feel like, man, they're rough. I don't know why. I'm not homophobic or anything. I'm going to get that clear.
Maybe why that's, I don't know. I was going to say a word that we can't say on YouTube.
I don't know. It's just me, personally. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I've always been that way. Ever since I was a kid, I was just like, I don't know. Something about the nurturing feeling of a woman just helped me out.
You probably breastfed way too long, didn't you? That's probably why. You fucking walking into 5th grade, latched on.
How dare you? No, I was breastfed the appropriate amount of time.
See, that's the problem is you say appropriate amount of time. It's up to each mother to determine what the appropriate amount of time is. I wasn't in 5th grade. I guarantee I've known your mother long enough.
Oh, you just think I'm just in 5th grade. Oh, it's time for lunch. I'm just put out my fucking industrial cooler with the fucking bottle labeled March 13th. I'm like, oh, this one's fresh. Blah, blah, blah. You think that's what I was doing in 5th grade? Really? Okay. Give me a break.
I didn't think you'd be gawking on the episode today.
When don't I gawk on the episode? Jesus Christ. What time is it?
Whew.
Okay. When did we start?
I don't know.
See, this is what happens. I didn't put the clock up again. We're just rambling. Oh, shit. You know, I didn't fucking finish my tornado story.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we were talking tornadoes, buttholes. Yeah.
That's why I was trying to go recap what we talked about, and I was just like, oh, yeah. Long story short, tornado, I didn't know this at the time, but the tornado touched down right behind us. Like, it literally touched down on 116th and Keystone. That's, if people don't know, that's where Flicks, the movie theater, is. And so Paige called me, freaking out, and I was freaking out. And I was this is like my first time being like, I'm a husband. I got to be like.
You met her from work?
Well, yeah, so we both drove separate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so she's like calling me, and she was like, what do we do? I hear the siren, so I go to my mom's house. I'm like, yeah, let's go to your mom's house. I'm like, it's the closest thing. We go to mom's house. So we get to that roundabout at 96th Street underneath the underpass, and we go west. And lightning flash, it just looked pitch black. And I was on the stone. I called her back. I said, turn around. We're going. I'll like follow me. So I went in front of her in the front of the roundabout. You get a kick out of this. She said I was gone because she didn't know where I was going to go. I said, just follow me. I hung up the phone and I started whipping it. And I'm in a car. She's in an SUV. So the roundabouts, I took them pretty fast. And so basically, I just ducked into Royal Pins Bowling.
Yeah.
Because it was neon lights. I was like, that's pretty big. Let's go in there. And I'm just like, skirt.
So you wanted to go in a building with a bunch of heavy flying objects?
Better than nothing. I was literally, like I said, it's my worst
Can
nightmare. I'm stuck in the
imagine-
middle of the road.
Can you
with
imagine
nothing.
getting through a tornado and the fucking paramedics and the fire department show up to,
Everybody
search
knocked
for
the fuck
people
out
and
from
you got a
bowling
fucking bowling pin in your ass?
And their defense, they did put us in the laser tag section, away from the heavy objects. But when I got in the car, I was like, Paige, get the fuck up. And she was like, at one point she was like, should we go under the underpass? I'm like, that's a myth. You're trying to kill us.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
a myth.
Twister.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Oh yeah, the Twister. Yeah, they don't do that. But yeah, long story short, we ducked into the bowling alley in the laser tag. I hate it when people. Well, actually, it makes me feel a little better because people were joking around.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna die!" And people were like, "Have you seen Twister?" Like, this is just like Twister.
See,
Paige is hyperventilating, and I'm also hyperventilating. But I'm like, it reminds me of when I first had a tornado, and in a grade school, and all the 8th graders were singing Shania Twain.
oh yeah,
It made me feel a little bit better. So I like it when people joke around, but I was also deathly afraid. When
fucking tornado coming across the park. Man, I feel
feel
like a woman.
That's the first time
But,
I cried in front of my friends. I was a little bitch boy that day.
It's all right.
Thank God Morgan was there.
The first time that I'd ever experienced a tornado is when my dad's office was at Auto Dynamics on Thunderbird and Pendleton Pike.
Okay.
And because that good friend of his building and everything. So when he built the building, he put an office in for all of the friends.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And we were walking out, and there's a fucking tornado. This is like right when the Walmart got built.
Yeah, you
there,
saw it?
Sunnyside. It was like right across the street.
Oh, shit.
And I'm little.
Yeah.
And I'm picking up rocks, throwing it in the pond. And then we're just standing
Unfazed.
there watching it. And then it turned and it started coming. And I just remember Dad going, we should probably get in the car. And we drove home.
You drove? Oh, actually, if you see it, you know where it's going to be.
That's my whole thing of being outside.
Oh.
If you're sitting in a house, listening, you can, in a fucking storm, it can be raining hard and sound like there's a tornado outside.
Fair. It's usually indications of when I hear sirens. And here, as soon as we got home, too, once it passed, we came home. There was sirens for Hancock or whatever. So we got home. I'm like, oh, it's over. And it's right fucking there, too. So it was loud as shit.
I was just laying on the couch watching Walker, Texas Ranger when they started going off. So I'm like, fuck. So I got up, went out in the garage, I was watching.
So you were inside and decided to go out, like, mid-outside.
How am I supposed to see through a wall?
You have the radar.
Radar it's not live.
Like, I thought it was. You asked me why I couldn't
radar
see it.
is following it.
Yeah.
And as it goes, it ever changes. That's how storms work.
Yeah. But it made a beeline. It was like a legit
Oh, yeah,
beeline.
I know. It got to Costco, and then it turned left a little bit, and I'm like, yes.
I'm pretty sure it still went right because it went to Muncie.
Well, that would be left.
Which Costco? Oh, wait, which Costco? The one in Noblesville?
The one 2 minutes from my house, yeah.
Left? Wouldn't that be west?
Left will be north, bud.
Oh, depending on where you're coming from.
The tornado's coming from the west, so that means it's going east. And if you turn left, that would be north.
Oh, in my head,
you really want to fuck with me in my directions?
In my head, it went northeast. Like, it went northeast to split
yes, it went left. That's what I said. Roll it back.
I'm looking at it from the south, so that's why I thought the west would be left is west and went from my perspective.
Well, if you're looking at it from the south, yes, it is to the left.
That's what I thought.
And it's going to the right.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
And so if the tornado made a left, it would be going away from you.
Yeah, going right.
I'm sorry you guys had to listen to this clusterfuck in Jeff's brain. We're just trying to figure it out. We'll
Costco
do it on
here, tornado here, I here. You went this way. That's
No,
right.
No.
Keystone here.
That's right.
It went this way.
That would be a left. If it's there
Yeah.
and it goes over here.
Northeast, that's right.
that's left. We're the tornado.
Oh,
Be the tornado.
me here.
Yep. Costco there. See, now you're just... he does this every fucking time just to piss me off.
I'm not.
You're not dumb. You may have a dumb hairline, but you're not dumb.
Me tornado, me straight.
Yeah.
So boom.
Me not gay.
Costco on my left. But I go straight. From Keystone, here.
So make sure you head over to all of our social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. Hit that follow button. See what we're doing. As always, head over to the Squirrely TV YouTube channel. See all of our episodes of Unapologetically Stupid.
And vlogs coming soon.
Vlogs coming soon.
As soon as I sit down and edit.
Bunch of nerds. All sorts of just squirrely stuff.
Oh, yeah. This is the year, baby. We hit 1,000. So make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah. We're almost to 100 episodes of Unapologetically Stupid.
Oh, yeah. We should start planning that out, too.
Why would we start planning now?
You got anything else you want to add?
No, I think you've put the icing on the cake and started eating it. And
Okay. Well, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Nick.
And this has been another episode of... let me do it again. This has been another episode of Unapologetically Stupid.
Yeah, you are.